What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Exactly. That's gonna be the intro. Like, we gotta watch this trailer. Yes, man, the trailer everyone's been talking about, everyone's been waiting for. Death of a Unicorn. Let's watch it right now. Right? Is that the one? Paul Rudd? No.
Oh my god, that looks amazing, but no.
No, we're gonna watch the Superman trailer. We've been avoiding it, so we can watch it live and get our raw reactions with you guys. So I am super excited. So let's check it out and let's talk about it for the next hour.
Yes. Let's go. Oh, that's bad.
I look like Yamcha.
Dang, you look beat the hell up.
Yeah, that was spinning out there. That's what's up. The guitar solo. The thing is, I know 10 dudes that look like him. They're all like 18. Oh.
So 10 years younger than he actually is.
Yeah. That music did.
Was he calling crypto?
Yeah, gotta be crypto.
Crypto.
Oh my god.
That's so dope right here.
Oh,
that looks good. He looks good.
Man, look like the Hitman.
Superman.
Stag. Oh,
that looks
terrible.
God.
That looks good. Is that?
Was that Metamorpho?
I think so.
Yeah, it was Metamorpho.
Ultraman.
Ah,
Hey.
Oh shit.
That studio logo is great.
Yeah.
Dude. Wow.
Wow, man. The music is so epic.
mm-hmm.
Like the guitar solo at the beginning, and then it, like the orchestra kind of like kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah.
It's a great mix of the Reeves,
great.
Man of Steel, and a mix with rock in it.
Mm-hmm.
I like how there's kind of a mixture of everything together. The music.
Yeah, but a James Gunn film, you expect the music to be like damn near perfect for the film,
Mm-hmm.
So
that's his forte.
It's very epic, and it's really cool. I'm curious to see like what kicked his ass.
Same.
Yeah. Was it that big ass kaiju that we saw blowing up the city? I don't know.
Yeah.
And he was too busy kissing Lois Lane to go notice. He was just like, this is worth it. Oh, those 15 people that died, it's all right. We'll be okay.
There's a lot of like the side. Like, I don't know if you can squeeze into the Green Lantern.
Dude, he looks terrible.
It's Guy Gardner.
He looks awful.
It's Guy Gardner.
Even for Guy Gardner, it still looks bad.
Yeah, he kind of gave me Uncle Fester and Addams Family
It
Values
looks
vibes.
exactly
right there.
like
Yeah, there you
Uncle
go.
Fester.
But
I just think Nate Fillion was not right for this.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
fine with it.
I'm at the play it. Yeah.
I'm fine with it just because it's Nathan Fillion.
I like the stag right there. Yeah. but it's Guy Garner, so I can imagine like if he's older, which I assume he is because Nathan Fillion is an older, man.
That looks, yeah.
I wonder if he's like because Guy Garner is a very stubborn asshole. I wonder if he's like stuck in the 80s. He's like, this is the haircut. I like this haircut.
Yeah,
but right there's
wonder.
Uncle Fester. It is very much Uncle Fester.
Because if Hal is older, Guy Gardner's probably going to be much older too.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. You would make Hal and Guy older to make John your main GL. The younger, because they're going with a younger Superman. This is like what his like early career Superman.
I think they said he's going to be like 2 or 3 years in.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah. So,
which I'm good with. I kind of like that. I kind of like when they do that, when they don't talk down to the audience and just assume they know the origin, because obviously we do. I like that it's kind of like what they did with Spider-Man Homecoming or the Batman. Just, we know Peter gets bitten by a spider and Uncle Ben dies. We know Bruce Wayne's parents get gunned down in the alleyway. So that shot definitely gave me Agent 47 vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah. He definitely looks like the Hitman audition.
But I'm happy we finally got to see Nicholas Hoult, what he looks like as Lex.
That one, like he sees Superman fly by, and then it looks like he's pissed.
Yeah,
that's a great shot. Around like what the hell?
He's like,
I like. Yes.
Yeah. But I like that. That looks like a traditional Lex. Suit.
Yeah,
the angry
look
makes
sense.
Yeah. Crypto's amazing. I wasn't sure what they were gonna do with it from that poster. He looked adorable, and he whistles, and he's just like a freaking. It looks like a train coming at you, like with the dust kicking out. Or not dust, but I guess it's snow.
That's it's not James Gunn exact dog, but it's the same breed
Inspired.
as his actual dog he has in real life. So which makes sense.
That looks good.
That's adorable. That's adorable.
It's amazing.
With the floppy ears. And he's licking them, and he's like, home.
Yeah.
Take me home.
He already knows where home is at. I'm down.
Yeah. But they even show the fortress, because it looks like he's holding one of the robot.
One of the robots, for
the Superman robot,
like one of the guards.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's cool. Right before they show Metamorpho?
Metamorpho,
yeah. That scene when he saves the girl,
that's the money shot.
Epic, man.
Yep.
He slides in slow-mo. And he's already a huge.
That is pretty awesome. Seeing the flag go up.
Yeah.
But
it also kind of like the worldwide. That's what I thought. It was like he's just not an American hero. It's like he's a worldwide symbol, which I thought
he might have the updated slogan then, because it used to be Truth, Justice, American Way, but they changed it to I think it's Truth, Justice, in a Better World or something like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they changed it. I know they changed it a while ago.
So he might be using that.
Yeah.
And I can see that's why he's vilified, because he's going to help places outside the U.S. and the United States. People are not happy about that.
I mean, people throwing cans at Superman. Like, look, literally, anyone who did that, you deserve to get shots. Next time I'm gonna put you in front of the kaiju. That's why he was kissing Lois right there, because that woman was right there in front of the kaiju. He was like, I'm gonna wait 5 seconds.
Well, I know James. Joke. Even though I'm a Zack Snyder fan, there were people saying that's Zack Snyder fans throwing stuff at him. You're not Henry.
That's
funny. Yeah. I bet they were
funny.
Big mad throughout the day.
That's funny. But also go to where they throw the thing at his head. I'm like, because I don't think he flinches, right?
No, that gotta be CGI, or he's tough as hell.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably styrofoam.
Yeah, true.
Right there.
Yeah, but it looks like he's beat up though. Like the S is dirty, so it's like he must have came back from a loss.
See that old dude? Yeah,
he blinked after he got hit, but
You remember the original photo they showed the first time? That's how the suit looks. Remember how it was dusty and
dirty?
Yeah,
there. And the stag, so it was like I'm wondering, are all the heroes working for Stag?
That's
because but is Superman working for Stag, or is it like? I'm really curious to see because like Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific in not in here, but in one of the leaked pictures, he has like the white and green suit.
Yeah, it's like a
But
white
it wasn't
Lantern.
Stag. It was Maxwell Lord they were working for. They said it was the Lord
That's what I read too.
logo.
Yeah.
So I think Stag is just there for Mr. Terrific and Metamorpho, because they're probably going to do the Terrifics. And Stag
terrible.
is like a big part of them.
But that's like I that's how younger people look now, man.
Yeah.
That's just like a 7 foot tall version of Josh from Den of Nerds.
I just think the fact that it's a wig.
It looks like Den of Nerds.
You talk about Josh, like though. Josh combs his hair, bro. I've seen Josh.
I kind of like
a wig.
I kind of like it. I kind of like where they're going with Clark when he's in civilian mode.
When
like Clark, it kind of reminds me of what's the show My Adventures with Superman, the newest one. It kind of gives me that feel, and just kind of the way he's carrying himself, and just how like unkempt and awkward he seems as Clark, kind of makes me buy into the idea that this guy's not Superman, as opposed to the Henry Cavill version where I was constantly thinking, oh yeah, these two are the same person.
Well, I mean, every version we talk about, don't bring Henry Cavill into like he's the one. Like
Christopher Reeve was always like slick back, and then it just was like.
I will bring in Henry Cavill, because even with Christopher Reeve and kind of his mannerisms and that sort of
hair,
thing, I could distinguish. No, I'm talking about like
he had the same jaw. Like he looked. So I will agree. Looks different.
Let me finish.
You're wrong.
Let me finish.
How about that?
Let me finish. I'm not done. Even with the Christopher Reeve version, how awkward and clumsy he was, that sort of thing. I'm saying Cavill and Cavill as Clark and Cavill as Superman basically carried themselves the same exact way. Looking at this, looking at even Tyler Hoechlin on Superman and Lois, I think you have to kind of have two separate personas as the two, and I think that's what Corn Sweat's doing here as well, is what I'm getting at. Not just necessarily the jawline.
Yeah, like he looks very different, which is good. He looks, but it's also because like Superman, go to a scene with Superman, it looks like it's like slick back, right? It's like actually styled, like it looks
like
clean.
He gets up and does his hair in the morning, while Clark looks like he just rolls out of bed.
Even that scene when he turns around, he's like he just looks like a normal dude. He's just like 6'5" or whatever, however tall he is.
Hopefully, like he slumps over a little bit, kind of take away from like the Lois and Clark and the Christopher Reeve, where they change their body language. Because look at his face. I wouldn't believe that guy's a superhero. He looks like he don't know what he's doing. One thing I'll say, when I watched this trailer a couple times, I like a lot of the elements in it. I just gotta say I don't really like the look. And when I say like the cinematography, for some reason it's throwing me off. It looks weird to me, kind of like the Flash looked weird. I could and the Suicide Squad. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I can understand that comparison when it comes to the Flash. I myself, I kind of like the way the overall look of it. I kind of like how vibrant and not artificial, but kind of exaggerated the cinematography looks. It almost kind of reminded me of the original, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie, just kind of with how
that's a good comparison.
Just how exaggerated it looks like, in the sense that kind of looks like something that you'd associate with a comic book movie, like a live action comic book in motion. That shot with him sitting with Jonathan Kent, that kind of. They didn't look too happy, which kind of makes me feel like Martha Kent might be dead, or
that'll be
I mean, if they do the original story, is like, like he's gonna die, like, oh, I got a bad heart. The doctor said, I think, or he has cancer, something like that. Yeah, because he heard some bad news and he's not telling them. Yeah. But right there, I don't know if it's the flannel. That's like I'm getting like Tom Welling, but also like Christopher Reeve at the same time. You know, even like because Henry had that jaw, you know, and he's got that crazy jaw line. I was like, bro, got that jaw workout neck thing. Like
he's just he's just a handsome guy, and that's just
he's super like, you know, chiseled jaw and all that. Because even in Twisters was like, oh, you're the little dorky guy that's like 6'5" and like the Superman jaw. But yeah, right there, it just looks like I don't know what it is, but it's like he just looks like Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, I'm on also like, so we got Hawkgirl, we got Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, but then the bad guys, there is a lot of bad guys in this film too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's the kaiju thing, which I'm kind of interested in. Lex, you know,
whoever he was fighting on that football field or baseball field, or
I'm kind of curious, what the hell is this? I don't know if you know Kyle's in the chat or any comic book reader.
Some deep cut monster we don't know about.
Yeah. You should know this is the Pacific Rim crossover.
That would be amazing.
Or this is the like when Superman versus Godzilla, they just don't have the rights to Godzilla.
Could you imagine they pulled that off? It would be James.
That would be. Fing Fang Foom. This, I was like, oh, they're doing the robots, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Gunn did say he's going to be a very sci-fi and alien Superman that has all the stuff that's from the comics that we haven't really gotten in the movies, and I'm down for that. I will love.
Which I'm down. I'm down for too. Go all in. You know.
Yeah.
What was that? Because he gave us like a reading list of the Superman books. One was All-Star Superman, I think. And then one was Birthright. Yeah. And I wonder if they're gonna play with the Birthright storyline a little bit, where Lex tells people like, oh, he's the incoming invasion. You know, he's the first one of all of the invaders kind of coming. You know, so where people might that's why they're throwing shit at him or something. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I'm excited for Mr. Terrific.
Me too.
I like the way the way he looks. I love how spot on he looks. Really like the actor.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's like really underrated.
And Gunn said that out of all the supporting superheroes in the film, he's the one that has the most importance in the story. So I'm hyped for that too.
I could see that. Yeah.
His intelligence overall, his planning, he's going to be important, showing Superman how to become Superman. So that makes a lot of sense.
And I know he helps with like the Justice League a lot. You know, once the Justice League gets formed, and he like the boom tubes and all that stuff. If they can go that route,
once the Justice Society might be together already, maybe.
Which
the Society is supposed to come before Justice League.
Yeah, and you know, considering how much world build. Well, I shouldn't say like a whole lot, but considering how Gunn has been handling the world building thus far with the rebooted universe, I could see that, you know, kind of you know, having teams and that sort of thing already being established, which personally I think is kind of cool.
I'm just gonna kind of go through some of these comments real quick. Hyped, because you guys are coming in crazy with the comments. Sorry, we were all a little distracted with the trailer. You want to watch again? I watch it again. Like
I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. Not on the stream. Trust me. We cannot.
Oh yeah.
We cannot.
This is Warner Brothers.
We are going to have to cut this out, and they already told us like if you keep on playing it, I already saw the warning. So,
did it pop up?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's why I muted it.
If we got a warning already, then yeah.
Yeah. No, we're not doing it. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Oh man, but dude, that music, I'm like hyped just from that music was pretty good.
Yeah, I really like the music. It is interesting. The first shot we see of him, especially general audience, is him looking like Yamcha after fighting the Saiyaman.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they're showing that he's like this all-powerful, immortal character. I think depowering Superman is the best bet. And then maybe even making him grow stronger as he gets older. I think that's always been the best bet for Superman. When he's young, it's like you treat him like a Saiyan. You know, treat him like a Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z. He gets when he has to train to get to the point that we know him at. He's not just automatically at that level.
Yeah. Well, good. I think a good example would be Invincible. Like, because I know being in chat whenever we talked about Invincible, he goes, "Man, he keeps getting his ass kicked." I'm like, "Yeah, but throughout the show or throughout the comic, he gets strong, like strong. So, you know,
I always thought the Superman with his cells, if it's the yellow sun that actually makes him as powerful as he is, the longer his cells are interacting with the yellow sun, the stronger he would naturally get. And not even he wouldn't get older, like he literally gets stronger as he goes along. So that makes more sense to me overall. And just like they did with the Batman, you know, he has to learn how to be Superman. You don't wake up and just be Superman. And that's always a better idea. If you're going to be a younger Superman, you need to learn how to do the job. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I will say this about the trailer. I do worry that some of it doesn't look some of it looks outstanding quality and some of it doesn't look outstanding quality. And I wonder how they're going to mix these things. Some things look terrible, and some things look amazing. And how are you going to mix it all if you're doing, you know, cinematography and how do you mesh these two things, these ideas? I don't know.
Well, which scene looked terrible?
I think that the kaiju looks pretty.
This particular one right here we're showing right now does not look good.
It's not
that pink thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the pink thing is.
It doesn't make there's some things that just don't make sense. But there's some that look so amazing. And there's other things that look like they're trying to use live action, try to use actual things instead of your CGI, right? How do you mesh those things? I don't know. I mean, it's James Gunn. He's going to figure out a way to do it. But if he didn't, it could really affect the movie.
I agree with that, but also I'll give them a little plea that the movie is not done with VFX. They literally have until July to finish it off. So hopefully by the second trailer, it looks better.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about them getting that together come July. There's no
LexCorp looks trash.
Yeah, it did look bad.
I mean, it looked. I don't think it looked trash. It looked very CGI-y. It didn't look like finished. You know, I would say that though. Like it looked like obvious. You know, but
you also have to remember the first Spider-Man, in my opinion, looked awful. Look, with Raimi, it looked awful. You know, and Spider-Man 2 looked like they fixed a lot of the effects parts of it and made it look even more incredible. But if you don't know, I mean, you can still make mistakes and put out a movie. So I don't know. I don't see James Gunn doing it because James Gunn has been doing this thing for a long time, and we see what he's doing even now. But I'm just saying, I worry about it because you put a trailer out there and you could have fixed the effects on the trailer, you know, now.
looks like a PS1.
Yeah, that's true. Because honestly, this trailer didn't have to come out right now. I don't know why people were clamoring for it. Like the movie's coming out in February. It's coming out in July. They could have dropped this in February or March.
Super Bowl.
It would have been perfect with all the viewers and everything. I guess maybe they didn't want to. I mean, maybe the first trailer, the actual trailer, is Super Bowl.
It's Super Bowl.
I can see that happening. You know,
I can also see David Zaslav not want to spend money on Super Bowl ads because he's cheap.
He's
not wrong.
Like we'll put it the day before Super Bowl. How about that? But this is a teaser because I heard people like, oh, it's not a teaser, it's too long to be like there is not a single word spoken. Like this is a teaser.
Do you have any idea what the story is going to be by this trailer?
No, thank goodness that they didn't give anything away. They gave away not even give away. They kind of displayed the tone and feel of the movie, and that was more than enough.
Yeah.
Where Tony's saying certain people are calling it a CW trailer.
I've been seeing that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say that.
I don't think so.
I think the parts you say that look bad is probably the CW-ish parts, and that like Guy Gardner doesn't look good. Like he looks funny, but he just doesn't look good. He doesn't look cinematic funny.
It looks like a cheap toupee, a cheap costume, and you don't need cheap costumes. And that's what my concern was with his hair. The first scene we saw him, he looked not that. Oh, I don't like the idea of him looking different. It just looked cheap at the time, and I think they did better as it goes along. But that first view of him didn't look good.
Yeah,
it didn't even look realistic. Like getting out of bed is one thing, but that's. And when he looked in the rest of those, looked fine, but it looked like he was wearing something that didn't look right.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't mind the Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl with their uniforms looking like, I don't want to say cheap, but they look cheap because they're uniform. You know what I mean? They're like a company uniform. You know, Mr. Terrific looks pretty solid. I like the Superman uniform. You know, it's very old school with the new school kind of thing. I'm liking it.
But that's what I'm saying. Things don't mix. Some things like they're supposed to come from the same thing. Like like some things.
But if it's meant to look bad because it's just like, you know, like, oh, you all dress the same, you know, so it's a company uniform. Company uniforms don't look good as like a fucking tuxedo, you know. So it's like,
no, I don't think Guy Gardner's uniforms is what the problem. I think Guy Gardner stuff looks bad. But so that's neither here nor there.
But I mean, I think that might be what they're going for. Like, you guys are corporate superheroes, you look cheap. I think I've heard people put that theory out there, and then when Superman convinces them that maybe Lord Core Lex or whatever the Maxwell Lord is not the right one, they get their actual comic costumes. I can see them doing that. So the next time we see them, they actually have their actual comic costumes. I could see maybe James Gunn trying to pull that off, and maybe taking a dig at Marvel for all using the same fabric on every character.
Yeah, because I can see maybe by the end, because if people dog on him about his haircut, they're like, hey man, you know, it's not the 90s anymore, you know, like, well, by the end of the movie, you know, he gets more of a newer haircut, because the original Guy Gardner in the comics, that's how he looked, man. He had that horrible bowl cut. Like, he looked horrible.
It's not
that's why I always hated Guy Gardner. I did not like Gardner.
It looks bad. Cut. Yeah, it just everything about it looked cheap. Like a cheap toupee. Not the idea.
I mean, that's how bowl cuts look, man. Like bowl cuts.
No, I mean, I know like people with bowl cuts. I know people that, you know, especially little boys, you know, but it looked like Uncle Fester. It wasn't that. It looked like a cheap toupee. You know, like you didn't think that out part. You could do a bowl cut, but look better.
He's standing 10 toes down in that bowl cut.
Yeah, word.
What's up, Sheed? Yeah. The only suit was dope with Superman. Even Lex had no drip. Really?
He looked like Hitman.
Yeah, Lex has got a suit. And that's what I expect from Lex.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want him walking around like, you know, Zuckerberg trying to be cool. You know, I want Lex to be in like a $10,000 suit minimum.
Yeah.
10,000, that's cheap.
Yeah.
I don't think we saw enough of it to judge, though. I got to see him walking around it and stuff like that. Just a little shot was just like up to here. You can't tell what kind of fabric that is. And you see logos. Even if it's like a made up logo for the universe, give me some fancy logo on there. You know?
Or you can have to just have one a watch for a Rolex or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Or some watch I never heard of.
Some Fuji, you know.
No Fuji.
Not even Brandon can pull off that bowl cut.
Oh,
make it happen.
Brandon has a handsome face. He could do it.
Let's try it.
Look up Uncle Fester wig.
But Guy Gardner does have another haircut, right? Like he has, I think it's like the side are shaved off and his hair goes up.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
I mean, now it's more just like a messy crew cut. You know, that's what it is now in the comics, you know, or at least the last ones I read. But but originally, he had the bowl cut, then he had more of like a square top and flat top, you know. but now it's kind of normal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I'm digging the trailer.
It like the overall look and feel of the trailer. You know, it sells what James Gunn has been saying it's going to be about, which is more like hope in a world where that's kind of considered a foreign concept, which I like. That's kind of what Superman is. Well, not even kind of. I think that's, you know, what Superman is about. And, you know, that's very much the character. So I'm excited to see how the trailer really gives off exactly what James Gunn has said it would, what the theme that he's going for in the movie, which I'm excited to see. And it looks, you know, it even did have a retro kind of throwback vibe, you know, with the John Williams theme, but it also seems like it's doing its own thing, which is, you know, you want to progress forward at this point in time. I think that's where Superman Returns went wrong, because it was too much of an homage to the to the Richard Donner, Christopher Reeve movies, when it really should have been moving forward and kind of doing its own thing. And so yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah. Was there a part where like the city was getting destroyed? I think it was around the kaiju or something. It looked like buildings were falling.
Yeah,
it looked like
buildings was blasting a building.
Yeah.
Looks like in a fight with Hawk Girl.
Yeah, I forgot where it was.
But the way it's cut, I'm not sure who was fighting it, but it was blasting a building. That right there.
He's blasting the building, which I'm assuming he was blasting.
Looks really bad.
It looks weird. I don't know what it's from though.
Tell you, the cinematography is just weird. It has this weird look, and I think it's making certain things look weird in the film. Because things look cool. It's just the way that the filters and stuff like that. It's throwing me off.
Yeah.
I kind of like.
Can I play devil's advocate with you guys real quick? I've seen a lot of people say, "Yo, man, I watched this and I felt hopeful." That's somebody said Temu Godzilla.
That's what I think it is. That's what I think it is.
Off right now.
That's what I think it is.
What in this trailer speaks hope? Because I don't, because we don't hear Superman talk. We don't see him doing anything really hopeful. I'll say the music is great, but I don't know if anything speaks to him being hopeful throughout most of the trailer.
Him, but the people's reaction around him.
Yeah,
about how they're seeing it.
The kid in the flag is the big one.
Superman saving the little girl.
Even him calling like he's calling Crypto to get, you know, hope doesn't mean like it's not just when like it's always hope, you know. So it's like him not giving up is hopeful, you know. So I even like, you know, him calling Crypto
in the middle of a war zone,
yeah,
praying that Superman would come in. I feel like that was a very big thing. In the middle of a war zone, you see bombs going off, people running, and a kid is holding up a pole with the Superman flag, praying that Superman comes to save. That's hope, and I feel like that's a very good scene to see. And I feel like that was probably the most important thing that stuck with me, because a lot of the stuff you can nitpick stuff. You can nitpick a lot of stuff, you know. I don't like a lot how things look. I think this scene looks weird because there's no one behind them. Why is there a crowd of people on the windows? There's no one behind. It just seems something seemed weird, right? You know, like
Brian doesn't know lock exists
because no one else is there. You know, that's very weird. You know, if the people are on the door, then why is there no one behind them? But that's not the point, because I think they're going to be able to fix a lot of those things. But the idea of hope, the idea of the music, I think really does give you a good hopeful feel. Does that mean this is going to be a great movie? No.
I mean, also with this scene, like Green Lantern like comes out like the next scene.
Them.
Yeah, and he like puts curtains or some kind of blockers on the windows.
Yeah.
You know.
They said that Guy Gardner's going to be in the Lantern show. I just saw that.
Okay, I expected it
interesting
too. You know.
Yeah, I figured that's cool.
You know, he's got to pop up, but I figure he's not gonna have a big role.
Yeah.
Well.
But
yeah, definitely the flag
again.
one was really interesting. Him saving the girl was really cool.
Yeah.
It's something
great.
Something small, and I think Superman just saving whoever he can at any moment is always like peak Superman, like will go out of his way to like try to save this person even though like he's gonna get shot at, or zapped or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Saving
as many people as possible, and just
saving people,
doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Did you see if you can find that the buildings? There's like buildings
right now.
Huh?
I can't play anything else right now.
What? I'm looking at it right now.
You didn't see the warning? The warning literally just went away like a second ago.
Shit.
Oh, if it went away, then you can skip through it. Whatever.
It keeps on going.
And I put Hawkgirl looked pretty good.
But
I thought that CGI was not too bad. So yeah, see, there is somebody standing there or floating there.
I would love to be able to play it, but can't.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, you can see somebody in the fire, so that probably is like in that next scene.
Yeah,
I like Isabella Mercado as an actress, so I'm excited to see her in this. She was great in Alien Romulus. She's going to be in Last of Us season 2.
Nice.
She's in one of my favorite movies of the year, so like I'm excited to see her get this and get going.
Yeah, even Ultraman. There is a lot of villains, so I mean, there's a lot of
Ultraman is actually really good.
Yeah, I wonder. And it's interesting. I like that they're putting him in there too.
Who is this?
Ultraman.
That's Ultraman.
That's Ultraman.
And
from the leaked pictures, there's a picture of Rick Flag and Ultraman arresting Superman.
Sure is. Now that's
okay.
It looked like Black Noir.
Yes, exactly. I was like, what? Is this Black Noir? What's going on?
Yeah.
It could be metamorpho changing too.
It could be. It could be.
But I mean, destroying stuff too.
Well, there's the one scene in the baseball stadium. They're like he's like trying to tackle him. Ultra Fever.
Right here.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Yeah. But like you got to figure Ultraman, Metamorpho, the Kaiju, the big purple ball thing, Lex. Like
the first villain that they announced from the Authority, the female, the engineer, that was the first villain they announced for the movie. She's in this too.
Oh, okay. Damn, so that's another one. And so there's a lot of villains. So I can see like Superman is kind of. There's a lot of. I mean, there's really 4 though. Superman, Terrific, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl.
Yeah,
that's it.
Guy Gardner,
Big Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They also showed on set him like stopping like a space squirrel that's supposed to be like a superhero. Like there's other characters that are in the movie that's not going to be in the trailer that they showed on set.
I think the space squirrel was a Green Lantern reference.
Yeah,
because there's Chip. Chip is a Green Lantern. That's a squirrel. That's what I heard. It doesn't have to be, but it would make sense. Like here, I'm kind of curious what's going on here.
Oh, it says Mr. Terrific. They all shooting at him, and he's just like, no.
He got his little terrific balls floating up.
Looks like Lex themed villains, like maybe because they look kind of like his suit he usually has in the comics.
The purple,
kind of like Master Chief.
Yeah. Lex. Did the Lex do purple? Or he did green? A lot of green, right?
He's like green and purple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested how to develop their relationship. I think that most movies rush it in the first film.
Yep.
And I wish they would wait 2.5 or something like that. Because I know they're supposed to get together, but sometimes it's like, well, they didn't really develop anything together for them to be together this hard.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Hopefully they take their time.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where they go with that, especially since they're saying this is going to be several years into him being Superman. So I'm curious if Lois already knows that Clark and Superman are the same person. I kind of hope that she knows everything, if I'm being honest. At this point,
don't you think that they're gonna like go back to when he starts with the Daily Planet and like they go through they've been together or they've known about each other for 3-4 years, and she found out eventually. So you can explain all this stuff away by saying this is 3 years into the relationship. Like, not that she doesn't just know, but they've been around each other. They've been together for a while. So that's why you don't have to explain the love. The love is already there.
Sure. I'd be good with that.
Yeah.
He said Lex doesn't know who Superman is, but he hates him. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, Kyle's saying some of the video game, and y'all know it, don't hate on Black Adam and tell me this is not the same looking stuff. Which part? Like this right here?
Not all this looks good. I don't think that all of it looks good, but it's also not.
But also, Black Adam, I had no problem with the way Black Adam looked. I thought Black Adam looked good. I mean, except he could have looked more like Black Adam, but at least all the graphics in the movie were good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I can be annoyed as shit with that little kid.
I freaking hated that kid so much.
What do you do? The little triangle, whatever the fuck he did, is stupid.
I hated that kid and his
horrible ADR.
So much.
I didn't care about the kid because I have annoying kids, so that didn't bother me at all. So I was more annoyed with The Rock, what he did.
Well, that too.
Yeah,
I'm not going to like. I mean, the kid was annoying, but that's not going to ruin the movie for me. I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah. I don't think the looks of Black Adam was the issue exactly.
Stop making them and try and make someone an anti-hero. Let them be a villain.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And see,
Tony, if you want to do that.
Exactly. I think something that Brandman said that was interesting. He said, depowering Superman makes him interesting, because I think the problem with Superman is when you're all powerful and no one can beat you. Your storylines are hard to really go by. It's hard finding villains that are going to be up to your standard. It's hard doing all those things. It's the idea of why they depowered Thor or why they depowered the Hulk. Like, when you're that powerful, when you're that OP, you can't, be defeated. You're not going to have someone who just comes out of nowhere that has those same powers. So having him gaining more is a very interesting look and thought, and I think it's smart overall.
Yeah, I like that. But I think like starting the trailer with him beating up, it's very ballsy. I got to give it to Gunn because that's ballsy. I don't know if that's the start of the movie. That would be interesting if that's how the movie starts.
It could start that way and then go back in time,
and then go back like 1 week later type of shit,
or just say no. Or how did we get here? And then you start with him, start the Daily Planet, his relationship with Lois, how he gets to meet all these other people.
It'd be funny. It's like, my name's Clark Kent, and you're wondering how I got here. Let me show you. And get smacked by kaiju because he said that the movie's going to start with him in action. So, like, the first thing we're going to see is him fighting a villain. So this could be him getting his ass kicked right in the beginning. It's like, what am I doing here?
But I mean, like Brian and Brandman said, like depowering him and almost like humanizing Superman is like, oh, but it's Superman, he's got to get up and he's got to fight, so you got to have that moment of you got to shake it off and keep going no matter what, so
treat him like Rocky.
Yeah, pretty much. But him spitting out blood and all beat up, I was like, damn. But I'm sure there's so many people who are like, oh, you can't do the Superman. I'm like, man, Superman gets Batman beat the shit out of him in the comics. You know what I mean? Like, so
I have that comic. Batman's a cheater.
Oh, Batman's super cheater.
I love Batman more than I love Superman. I've said this, Batman's a cheater. He don't deserve it. He's not a hero.
Yeah,
superhero,
super cheater.
So he looked that way.
Like the Bugs Bunny thing. He's like spinning this arm and it hits him with the other one. But
he's just smarter than he is. That's all.
Yeah. But digging him. I think it's the brightness of it all. I'm liking that.
Me too.
I'm liking that. And I wonder if like those dark scenes look so weird. Yeah. But I like everything's out in the day. You know, it's sunny. You know, it should be what Superman is. You know, Superman shouldn't be like dark and, you know, looming in the darkness and everything is like hazy at night type of shit. You know, like that's Batman. Like Superman is middle of the day type of stuff.
Are you are you convinced that this is going to be a good movie?
Yes. And
not yet.
You know, Gunn has made a ton of stuff that I've liked. He's gained enough goodwill as far as I'm concerned. Everything that he said about this movie, it seems like he kind of he not even kind of he understands the character and what the character should be on at least a fundamental level. I'm excited to see his take, and I'm really pulling for him because I think that, you know, and I hope this really like kicks off the live action part of this rebooted universe the right way, because I'd really like to see it have enough longevity and quality as Marvel. I don't think there's any reason that it can't.
Yeah,
it's a long way to go.
Yeah,
what do you think, Zach?
Well,
don't start there.
Rome wasn't built in a day, so you got to start
exactly.
somewhere.
I'm not going to say that. You start from the beginning.
Yeah, you know. So,
Zach,
I think it'll be good. I like where they seem to be going with it, and the trailer was a big sell. I was waiting to see, you know, something in motion for it, and yeah, here we are. So, to answer the question, yes, I think that it'll be a good movie. Gunn hasn't really missed for me in recent years, so yep.
Okay. How about you, Zach?
Yeah. I'm trying to be optimistic for it. I'm 50-50 on it. I think there's elements here that seem great, but there's other elements that seem kind of shaky. My biggest worry, like, cause like the VFX could be kind of wonky, the suits and the wigs could look kind of weird, but if the story is great, I don't care. I watch CW. I have to deal with all that stuff all the time anyway, right? So the most important part is the story's good, and the story looks like it's like too much is going on at the same time. A lot of heroes, a lot of villains. Where's the starting point and all that? This movie is not going to be 3 hours. He said he doesn't want it to be over 2 hours and 20 minutes. So, like, do we have enough time to flesh all this out and for it not to feel unfinished? That's what I'm just hoping, that the story is fantastic. Right now, the trailer doesn't give me any inkling of what the actual plot is going to be. So I still have reservations on it.
All right, what about you, Tank?
It's hard to tell from this trailer, because I think this trailer just gives you the vibe of what the movie's gonna feel like. You don't get any, like Zach said, you don't get any idea what the plot's gonna be. But you know, the things that they don't look good in here, I really don't bug me that much. But you know, like Brandman said, I think James Gunn, you know, does a good job. You know, he does a good job at connecting you with characters. Like he you know, I'm sure later when we talk, like, man, like I got, like, you know, a raccoon where I'm like, oh my god, like, you know, Guardians 3, like you fell in love with Rocket, you know, in this last, you know, episode of Creature Commandos, you know, like getting super sad for a weasel man. I was like, what the fuck, you know? And those are just like stupid characters. So somebody like Superman, like I feel like he knows how to make you connect to characters really well, and I have hope that he's a good enough director that he can pull it off. But from this trailer, I mean, there's you don't know, you know. So, but it looks, the trailer looks good, and I hope the movie's going to be good. You know. So I don't know if does that count as like Superman hopeful? So you hope to be good. You know, that's the whole theme he's going for. But yeah, what about you, Brian?
I'm in the middle. I don't know. I'm okay with. I think James Gunn is a great director. At the end of the day, I feel like he's going to put out something good. Will it be profitable?
Yeah,
because this is what actually needs to happen for the DC studios. You know, it has to be profitable.
Well, it's gonna be profitable.
hate on it. Well, you say it, but people cannot hate on it. We are still in a very split society, and DC has been a split thing. We've seen it before. So I don't know. I think that James Gunn's going to do a good job. I worry that the story won't be focused enough. Kind of what Zach said a little bit, because there is a lot going on. So you have to really make sure you know exactly what's going on, and that it's a concise, thought out story. So if it goes awry, I can see those being things that happen. You know, you don't want it to end up being a movie that people say, "Oh, this is a good movie," but the masses don't like it because there's just too much going on. That's a reality. It's possible. But I don't know enough from a teaser trailer to go either way. You know, it could be excellent, because I think the poster, when I saw it from the poster, when I heard the music and stuff, I felt that. I thought I felt the hope. I felt an amazing connection to that. Parts of this, I'm so excited that I'm like, oh my, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. But I don't know if it's my excitement or if it actually was great. Because when you sit back and you say, okay, wait a minute, what is this really doing? Is this really going to be everything I want it to be? Yeah, well, I'm just in the middle. We'll see.
Appreciate everyone in the comments. There were so many comments, I couldn't get to all of them, but appreciate all you guys in the live chat. You know, coming in, hanging out with us. You know, giving us your thoughts about everything we're talking about. But if you watch on the replay, appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go check out Zach Attack's reviews. Go over there, give him a sub, because he does a bunch of awesome stuff over there on his channel. So Zach Attack reviews, I'll put it in the description. I'll put it a little thing above Brian's head over there. But yeah, we appreciate all you guys. And if you are in the live chat, stick around, because we're gonna move on to our next topic for the night.